What's up? This is your host, Non-Fungible TC, Non-Fungible today and Non-Fungible tomorrow. And I wanted to do this stream slightly earlier and a bit shorter because I'm quite busy today. And so without further ado, if you haven't liked and subscribed this channel, please like and subscribe. And this is a channel where you have daily updates for the traditional market, cryptocurrency market, and NFT market. So let us look at the traditional market. And from now on, I'm going to use Executive Summary, which is Executive Summary newsletter, because I do think that they have a very helpful summary of the markets and stuff like that, right? So if you look at the markets right now, the broader market closed red despite spending most of Monday's session in the green. Okay, so 9 out of the S&P 500's 11 sector declined. Tech giant fell after Bloomberg News reported that Apple plans to slow down the hire next year. So a lot of tech companies are planning to prepare for the potential downturn in the market. Commodity prices rebounded after a stretch of weakness, with oil, gold, and copper all posting gains. And big financial firms kick off a major week of earnings report that will provide insight to countries' current and future economic prospects. So right now, crypto is really trading according to the traditional market, and there's a lot of earnings report because we are at the beginning of Q2. So definitely a lot of things to look at. BOA's Q2 profit fell 32%, but revenue increased. Goldman Sachs shares rose 2.5% after exceeding both profit and revenue expectations. IBM beat expectations, so that was good. So today, what's the most important thing to see is actually Johnson & Johnson's earning report and also Netflix. Netflix would definitely affect the Nasdaq, and that could have some impact to the crypto market, right? So different type of headlines. Okay, I talked about this on my Twitter. The National Association Home Builder Index confidence among U.S. builders fell in July. Okay, greatest decline in the index history. Foreign purchase of U.S. home fell for the fifth straight year, ending in March, down 7.9% from prior year. This is more about the housing and stuff like that, and housing definitely not positive. And also, if we look at the bottom, we do have other subscription type of sub news like that, media subscription and stuff like that. So basically, in general, the market, if we look at 5 things to know this morning, it would affect the market. Market opens in almost an hour. Stock futures is currently rising, and but we'll have yet to see while Netflix is on deck after market close. So when the market close, Netflix will announce the result, and that could definitely affect the market tomorrow. Earnings preview. So investors' eyes are turned toward Netflix, so especially subscriber numbers. The streaming giant warned last quarter expected to lose 2 million subscribers. So in general, might not be positive. Just wanted to let you know. But at the same time, they recently worked with Microsoft to work on maybe providing like advertising on the platform. So definitely see that. Fed spoke Amazon. They expect Amazon warehouses. Blah blah blah. And also IBM slump after cash warning. So IBM revenue, beat Wall Street expectation, but then it wasn't enough to boil the stock because they were saying that they might have some cash issues, like something like that, right? So China's US debt posting slipped under 1 trillion. So China is offloading some of the US debt, right? So a lot of these macro things are happening at the same time. We look at the market. Europe was kind of like a mixed market. Asia market with the HSI, Hang Seng Index down, but Shanghai Index and the Japanese Index up, Korean Index down. So that's pretty much we have for the traditional market. Moving on to crypto market. So yesterday we are back at 1 trillion. So right now, let us look at the market. Right now, I don't think we can see the market, but it doesn't matter. We can absolutely see the crypto market cap here. Right now, we are at, let's see, how many is this? Around 1 trillion, right? So yesterday we rallied. These few days we kind of rallied in the crypto market, and usually when there's a huge rally, could there be a short-term retracement, or would it go down? We have yet to see. Right now, if you look at the market, it is quite volatile with some tokens going up like really fast. If you look at the total markets, like a lot of greens, but with Phantom near leading. And this is pretty much the market we have right now. So if you look at the crypto market, Scaramucci's firm paused investor redemption for funds with Bitcoin Ethereum exposure. So one of the funds operating under the umbrella of Anthony Scaramucci's Skybit Capital has reportedly suspended redemption to investors, right? So we were talking about the crypto contagions, Celsius, VAC. So it seems that there are some other funds that might be stopping withdrawal or redemption. So maybe there might be some liquidity crisis. We don't know, but we'll have to monitor this because they do have exposure to cryptocurrency, and if they have to liquidate or whatever. But right now, it's still too early to say, right? But it's just that they're passing the invest a hedge fund, pausing the redemptions, right? So next news, Lido. So in the past few days, we see Lido basically rallying, right? And the reason for this is that actually they have some update as well. Lido Finance to cut fees, increase speed with Ethereum layer 2 integration, right? So now they are moving to layer 2 on Ethereum. So rather than just being on Ethereum, so for Ethereum staker, the good thing is that maybe the fees will be lower in the layer 2 blockchain, right? So I think this is also a reason why it was rallying. Probably someone knows that they are planning to push this layer 2 solution out, and that is why the token was rallying. Okay, so next news, Bankrupt VL's capital owe 3.5 billion to creditors, including 2.3 billion to Genesis, right? So over 67 of VAC's $1 million debt is owed to just one creditor. So it really gives you a perspective. And for those of you who do not know, right? Of that 3.5 billion total, Genesis, a company under digital currency group, lent VAC the most, right? So this is actually, for those of you who do not know, right? Genesis is actually under this company, right? Genesis is actually under the digital currency group. And if you do not know, digital currency group is actually the group who owns Genesis and Grayscale. So Grayscale was actually the one that does the GBTC, right? They also have investment in CoinDesk, Foundry, and also other type of investments. So interesting to see that with fee like with this amount of 2.3 billion be a huge liquidity drain for Genesis. We do not know, but absolutely it seems like Grayscale's mother company is being affected. So I just want to share this with you. Okay. So next news, leading auction house Christie's launched Web3 and Fintech venture arm. So as we all know, auction houses are really capitalizing into the NFT, metaverse play. I do believe that Christie's do have like I think that was supposed to be experience in Decentraland as well. So now they are launching a Web3 and also fintech related venture arm. So it's interesting to see that. Yeah, so I was correct. It was Sotheby's that has like a Decentraland metaverse thing. Yeah. Oh, but no, sorry. So Sotheby's has like a metaverse type of website-ish thing. So this is actually following behind Sotheby's metaverse, right? So moving on to NFT news. So if we look at this, vested looks from the private sale unlocked a few days ago, and over 90% have been redeemed, 49% stake chop are still held in redeemers, while only 1.7% sold on DEX. So our looks token seems pretty strong for the long-term believers. Times latest cover, yes, title into the metaverse featuring Contagion from Mika Johnson. So Times latest magazine cover was actually related to the metaverse, and Yuga Labs is warning NFT community of upcoming coordinated attacks, right? So definitely we'll have to be careful of future social media accounts saying that, oh, you have 3 minutes, that type of stuff. OpenSea introduced OpenSea Solana Launchpad. So it's interesting to see how they are borrowing the concept from probably like Magic Eden, right? Trying to help launch projects. But interesting, this is on Solana, right? So it's a Solana Launchpad rather than Ethereum, right? So other news kind of talked about it as well. But I just want to follow up about the Premint hat that I talked about yesterday. It seems that in the end, after calculating all the losses, 300 plus NFTs were stolen and 400,000 Ethereum taken in Premint hat. So I talked about this yesterday, and it seems like, wow, 400,000 Ethereum taken away. So yeah, that's it for today's show. Sorry, I'm kind of busy today, so I have to be a short show. I'll be busy in the next few days, so it'll be like a similar very short show, but I still want to do this episode if I could do that. So remember to like and subscribe, share to your friends, and if you think these news are helpful, these daily updates are helpful, and yeah, just subscribe. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave it in the comments. I do check it. DM me, and maybe we could talk about the markets, right? So this is your host Non-Fungible TC signing out.